Alright guys, we're back at it. We're back.
We're back.
Yeah, we got we're at it with another podcast for you guys today.
Yeah.
And this time around we're actually going to be kind of jumping back into comedy movies because we had some requests here from my good buddy Charles Reed and his YouTube channel is Video Game XD. Definitely check him.
Video Game XD, baby.
Check him out on YouTube. He does great work. You know, he's gaming, and a lot of pickup videos and movie pickups, TV shows, and a lot of video game pickups. You know, kind of like what I do on my channel here. And he's a kick-ass guy and stuff. But yeah, in the past podcast we were saying, if there's any films that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, put a comment down below and we'll get to it.
Right.
Video Game XD, he just so happened gave us a few comments and let us know on some movies that he would like to discuss. And matter of fact, it's a bunch of kick-ass comedies that I done forgot about.
Right. Yeah. And some of these films, I'm going to read off the list here. We got. We're going to be talking about Weird Science.
Great movie.
We're going to be talking about Weekend at Bernie's 1 and 2.
Hell yeah, funny as hell.
We're going to talk about Problem Child.
It's like me. I'm a problem child.
Yeah, we all are. We're also going to be talking about Three Ninjas, Blank Check, and Half Baked.
Half Baked.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Great lineup.
Well, yeah. So, yeah, because he left some comments on an older video, and now we're able to get around to it. And I guess, which one of those did you want to start off first with?
How about we start off with Weekend at Bernie's?
Okay, well, he wants us to talk about 1 and 2. I haven't seen those films in a while.
I haven't either, but I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, that's two movies you don't. Even if you haven't watched it in years, you can still remember how funny as hell that movie was.
Right.
It had its moment. I mean, what's the hell, dude? The guy is dead in both movies, and they're making it to where he looks like he's still alive.
Right. Do you remember any of the funny parts from those films?
Yeah, I remember the guy's death scene was pretty funny. How he's sitting there talking to who he thinks is his buddy, and he bends over to grab something, and the guy gives him a shot in the ass. He's like, "Ooh, that felt pretty good." He just falls down in a chair to his death, and he's like, "Damn, really? He's taken out like that?"
Oh yeah, that's.
And the guys show up, and the guys show up, and they think that he's sleeping. He's like, "Oh man, I know what it is. He's just really messed up right now." And they're like, dude, no, really, he's dead."
So let me see here. I'm looking online. The movie was the budget was $15 million, and it ended up making $30 million, which is not too bad. And it stars Andrew McCarthy, which I haven't really seen him, in a long time.
Me neither.
I remember him in Mannequin, which I liked that film back in the day, but I haven't seen him. I mean, he was a good actor in the 80s. Now he's
yeah,
so he was in Mannequin in the 80s, Weekend at Bernie's 2.
He was on an episode of Tales from the Crypt.
Right.
But like I said, later on, he just didn't hear from him much.
Yeah, you don't really see him in a lot of films these days. Looks like only here and there he'll do something, but I mean, I remember him in like the film Pretty in Pink.
Yeah. Well, the one movie I remember him from, probably, to me, would be a movie called Class.
I believe that, from what I'm reading here, that was his first film, 1983, Class.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty damn good movie too.
It stars, looks like Rob Lowe's in it.
Yep.
Yeah, Rob Lowe, Andrew McCarthy. Right on.
Yeah.
But
he goes to college and just sort of like meets Rob Lowe, and the two of them become best buddies and a bunch of bullshit. But I know we're kind of getting off track from the Weekend at Bernie's movies.
No, that's all right. We're just kind of going over like his filmography a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he you know, he's probably most well known for like Mannequin and the Weekend at Bernie's films.
Yeah.
They both made, you know, all right money at the box office. I just don't remember the films that well because it's been a long time since I've seen them.
Yeah.
You know, but
I like them. There's a lot of funny scenes in there. Like even the scene where Andrew McCarthy, he's fighting the bad guy that keeps trying to come back, making sure that the dude's dead. And he's like, okay, I killed him. Wait a minute, he's not dead? Fuck it, I'll kill him again. and Andrew McCartney, he fucking ties the dude up in like a phone cord. And then he's like, once he realizes he's all tied up, he's like, come on, let's fist fight. The guy's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm tied up here, motherfucker, I can't.
That's funny.
The only thing the guy can try to do is try to like bite at him. He's like, arr, arr, arr.
Jeez. You know, they have those old school comedies, man. You gotta love them.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, the Weekend at Bernie's films are pretty good.
Yeah. They made part 2, which was they had to get the guy's dead body again to go find out where so they could find this money or whatever. And remember the guys like cast a spell on him to where he could actually move when there's music playing.
Oh, okay.
Like he gets up and like, but he's got like, you know, when he's walking, he's got like one destination he wants to get to, which you find out later on, which is going out into like the ocean or whatever, and finding the big trunk of money that he wound up like, you know, the whole thing was about $3 million that they were talking like it came up missing. That's not accounted for.
Okay, right on.
Yeah.
So yeah, those films are well known.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean a lot of people know about those films. You know, especially if you're into comedy films. You know, I would say most people know about the Weekend at Bernie's films.
I don't know. I mean, hell, a lot of this new generation out here. I'll tell them about movies from like 80s and 90s comedies, and I don't know, I've never heard of it. Like, wow, you got some learning to do, kids.
Yeah, that's too bad.
You want to watch some good-ass, funny-ass movies? I can grab you a shitload of comedies. Every movie that we basically talk about, you watch any one of them. If you don't find one of those movies funny, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, there's something wrong with you.
You have no personality. You don't think Weekend at Bernie's or any of the other movies that we've talked about are funny.
Right. So, okay, I guess we'll move on from those films, and which one of the others that you wanted to get into next? We got.
Well, how about you decide this one? I decided the first one. Your turn.
I wanted to talk about Weird Science.
Weird Science.
Yeah.
Woo!
The 80s.
Hell yeah! I'll talk about Weird Science.
The 80s classic film, Weird Science. I mean, that is a fucking really good film.
Yeah.
You know.
What was the one guy? Anthony Michael Hall.
Right.
He was funny as hell. Like when he was drunk, he's like, Hey, you gotta be everlasting. Come on, Isha.
Right.
They designed the girl with computer technology and whatever.
Right, and the brother is Bill Paxton.
Yeah, Jesus. Dude, I would not want a fucking brother like him.
Yeah, he was a dick.
He was.
He was fucked up.
Remember the one scene where they're talking and the guy walks past him and he realizes he's wearing fucking women's panties. He's like, he's like, oh, whoa, wait a minute, what?
Yeah. Now that's a film I need to pick up on DVD, but I did want to play a clip of the film, which I thought was funny, where he tells the woman to shut up, bitch. Now let's see here. Let me play this clip. I hope there's no music in it.
There cannot be no music.
Yeah. Oh shit, I think there is. I don't want to.
Was it the scene where they're in the bar?
Shut up, bitch.
I know it was a scene where these bad guys were like destroying their party.
Oh yeah, remember they came like driving in on motorcycles,
right,
trashing the house, and
right. And they came in trashing the house, and the two guys were, you know, scared of them. But the girl that they made was trying to, you know, hey, grow some balls, you know.
Yeah, shut up, bitch.
And he's telling, you know, this one girl gang member is saying something. I don't remember because this is another one I haven't seen in a long time, and I need to actually pick this one up on either DVD or Blu-ray. But he's like, "Why don't you shut up, bitch?"
I tell you, remember the part with the parents where they go over there and it's like, yeah, we're gonna go to a party. Could be a bunch of whips, chains, this and that, you know. And the dad's like, what the fuck? Like, you're not going anywhere. Remember, she pulls out the gun and tells them, like, and they leave, and she's like, trust me, your dad's totally never gonna remember that happened. And it shows the parents sitting in the living room, and the mom says something like, don't you think he was acting a little bit strange? Gary? Who's Gary? And it's like, throughout the rest of the movie, every time they show, like, who is Gary? Who is this Gary person you keep talking about?
Yeah.
At the end, everything... It's funny how, like, at the end, you're thinking, you know, they're screwed because the house is so fucked. At the end of the movie, it's got like a rocket sticking out of it. It's snowing in somebody's bedroom. Bill Paxton got turned into like a fucking sloth.
Yeah, he turned into like a Jabba the Hutt looking motherfucker.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
But you know, back then, Kelly, what's her name? Kelly LeBrock. She was pretty fucking good looking back then, bro.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
You know, and this film came out in, it says August 2nd in the United States of 1985, which is a long time ago. And the budget was $7 million, but it ended up making $38.9 million, which is a good profit. You know,
not bad, not too bad.
So yeah. That's pretty good. I would consider that one an 80s classic.
Hell yeah.
And oh shit, I forgot. Robert Downey Jr. is in that film.
Yeah, remember he was a part of him and the other guy. Like they started off, remember, didn't like Anthony Michael Hall and the one guy. Cause remember at the beginning in the mall, they dumped the fucking
pop on him.
We call it the slushy on him.
Slush, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr.'s in there. He was really young back then.
Yeah.
Probably like
and
20.
and then later on they get cool with the guys and they want them to make them, you know, a woman like they made Kelly LeBrock.
Right.
And that led up to the part where the chick comes in and is like, you know what you forgot to do, right? we forgot to hook up the doll. You forgot to hook up the doll. And that's when the fucking rocket appeared.
Yeah, fucked up. Yeah, good movie. Yeah. That's yeah.
There's a rocket in my living room.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
The 80s, I would consider that an 80s classic. And
yes, sir.
I guess we can move on from that one. And let's see. We could talk about Problem Child, Three Ninjas, Blank Check, or Half Baked.
Interesting choices.
Yes.
I think I'll go with Three Ninjas.
Three Ninjas.
Yeah, about the three kids that fucking learn the martial arts from their Japanese grandfather.
Right. Which is a really good film, I would say.
Yeah, the first one was really good. I know they made a bunch of sequels, which
right.
I've really only seen the first one. I've seen bits and pieces of Kickback. I watched Knuckle Up because Knuckle Up had the same kids from the first one.
Right. Right.
And then I think they made Three Ninjas, High Noon, Mega Mountain, the one with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
I've never watched either, but I mean, the first one was really, really good. I remember actually renting that from the video store when it first came out on VHS. I used to go to the video store a lot and rent movies, and I rented Three Ninjas one day. I was like, oh, okay, this movie looks interesting. Watch. I was like, wow, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. The budget was $2.5 million, and the box office was $29 million. So it made some good money.
Yeah. You know what was the only problem I had with Three Ninjas is I can't see like little kids beating up grown men.
Well, that's why it's just a movie, comedy,
yeah.
movie.
It did have a lot of comedy, funny moments, like when the kids had to fight the three guys that were trying to kidnap them in the house, and they're setting all those booby traps, like making like pepper bombs or putting laxatives in their drinks and
yeah.
At one point, the bad guys almost have the kids in their grasp, and then the two of the guys wound up getting hit with shits.
Hell yeah.
He's like, hey man, I gotta go take a major dump real bad. He's like, come on guys, we're almost out of here.
Yeah, it was a good movie. I enjoy that. That's another one that I need to, eventually get on DVD or Blu-ray. I didn't know this, but I'm reading here that there was an international cut of the film which features a number of small parts of scenes that were cut from the movie for its American release. Huh. Maybe one day we'll see this extended, version.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Hey, Kim, remember the song that they were singing in Three Ninjas?
No, it's been a while since I've seen it.
Rocky loves Emily.
Oh,
Rocky loves Emily. Rocky loves Emily. I like that. And there was another scene when they're riding in the car and the kids are singing and they're like on top of Old Smoky, all covered with blood. I shot my poor teacher with a 44 slug.
Oh, jeez.
You know what's funny though? Look, they could not get away with saying that in a movie today because with all the bullshit going on.
Oh yeah, there's too many snowflakes in the world now.
Yeah, I mean, they see a movie, they hear a kid talking about, I shot my poor teacher with a 44 slug, and be like, wait a minute,
Yeah, people get you know, triggered too easily. A bunch of
Getting
fucking
butthurt.
assholes. But yeah, it's a good movie. I need to watch those films again because that's another one. Like I
Yeah.
said, it's been a long time since I've seen Three Ninjas or
Remember,
any of the Three Ninjas films.
Remember what was do you remember the one part me and you used to always joke about back in the day where the guys are following the kids in their van and they're on their bikes and they're like driving beside, they're like slowing down, slowing down, slowing down, and they crash right in the back of a police car.
Yeah, jeez.
They ride by, I'm like, uh-oh, someone's going to get a ticket. Shut up! Not you, kids.
Yeah, but also the actor Victor Wong, who was like the teacher of the kids, he was in a lot of films back in the day.
He was not just a teacher, he was their grandfather.
Oh, right, their grandfather. But he was, you know, the old man in Big Trouble Little China.
Yeah, he was also in Tremors.
He was in Tremors. He was in The Golden Child with what's his face, Eddie Murphy. Let's see, Three Ninjas. You know, Knuckle Up. His last film was Three Ninjas: High Noon at Mega Mountain.
Hell yeah!
And he passed away, unfortunately. It looks like in 2001. Wow, a long time ago.
Almost 20 years.
Yeah, that sucks. And
crazy, man.
Yeah, good actor. I always liked him in whatever films that he was in.
Yeah.
But yeah, good movies. Haven't seen them in a while, like I said, but you know. Good.
I know. Yeah, I know he played. He was in the first. I don't know about like the later ones, but I know he reprised the role as the grandfather in I believe the second and the third one. I don't know about, like I said, I've never watched the High Noon at Mega Mountain one, so I don't know. So
Well, it says I just said, you know, his last film was Three Ninjas: High Noon at Mega Mountain.
oh well, sorry.
It was his final film role. You know, he was also in Knuckle Up and Kickback. So he was in all of them.
Yeah.
You know, so pretty cool. So anyways, what is next on the list here? We got Problem Child, Blank Check, and Half Baked.
It's your choice, bro.
I want to go with Problem Child.
Alright. Problem Child.
Yes.
It's a funny ass movie with old John Ritter.
Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's you know, rest in peace, John Ritter. Great actor.
I know the guy that went on to do fucking Frasier was in it. The bad guy that was trying to track the kid down.
Right.
I got his name though. I can't remember, but yeah, it's funny. Dude, it's fun. I liked at the beginning of Problem Child. They were showing that the kid's been just a damn nuisance since the day he was born. Like they showed, like him get dropped off at an orphanage or somebody's house, and then showed that he did something bad at that house. So then they dropped him off at another place, and you know why the kid's like narrating like I went and stayed at one house. I had to teach him a lesson. And the man smashed my toys, so I had to show him who's boss. It shows him with a damn bulldozer bulldozing down their house, and then it shows them him finally getting dropped off at an orphanage.
Wow, yeah. Those films, I think that's pretty much the only two movies that kid played in. I really didn't see him in nothing else. The Problem
I
Child
didn't see him
films.
either.
What the fuck ever happened to him?
I don't know. Some kids, dude, they get in a movie, they do a couple movies, and they just, you know, they want to go. A lot of them want to go back to just being kids.
Right. So the first one I'm looking up here, Problem Child, the first film was released in July of 1990 at a budget of $10 million. It ended up making at the box office $72 million, which is pretty damn good.
That was good. Hell yeah.
That is, the kid's name is, I believe it's Michael Oliver.
Yeah.
And let's see how much the second film made. No, the second film was released like a year later in 1991 on a budget of, it says, between 11 and 15 million. It made 32 million at the box office.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Second one was pretty funny, but I still have to always say the first one was funnier.
You're right. Usually it's always the first film that's the best.
Yeah.
Sometimes the second one's, better. You know.
I thought it was funny when he went to that birthday party dressed up as the devil, and
Yeah.
the little girl didn't like him. Like, no, you're not gonna come out and ruin my party. And he says at one point, like, you know what? Screw this. And he's just like, he totally rigged everything in the party to be like a bunch of bad shit going down. And then they said that song, "It's my party, and if I cry if I want to."
Right. Didn't he, like, put all her fucking presents in the fucking pool or something like that?
He took all her presents and threw them into the pool. He changed out the piñata, like, took out all the candy and said it filled it up with, like, pickles and beets and all this gross stuff that when the guy finally hit it and broke, it just splashed off.
Jeez. Yeah.
But he said he replaced the candles on the birthday cake with firecrackers.
Yeah,
and finally, remember at the end of it all, the fucking cake blows up, and everybody just like looks back and they look at him. He's like, "Yeah, maybe that one went a little bit too far."
Yeah, he sure was a pro. I remember at one point, I think it was the first one, John Ritter gets to this point where he's like, "All right, he was like super fucking pissed." And he's like, comes into his room, he's about to blow up, and then he reads this note,
Yeah, remember he knew that the kid was gone. That was after the kid got taken by the one guy, and he was like, "Yes, thank God he's gone. See you later, Junior."
Yeah, even John Ritter's the father in that, I think, hated the kid.
Yeah.
In that film. I have to.
No, you talking about the guy that was John Ritter's father? I forgot his name.
The old guy, fucking hated him.
Yeah, well, because he didn't like the kid because because the kid caused him a lot of shit too. Like,
he's causing everybody shit.
Yeah. Remember the baseball game? He was playing baseball and he hit the ball. He was like, he didn't know that he had to drop the bat. And when he was running with the bat, and he was like when somebody tried to stop him, he would take the bat and start beating the kids up with it. And everybody, like, they'd show him, like, he's gonna hit the person with the bat, and before, you don't see the bat actually hitting the kid. You see him, like, raise the bat up, and then it shows, like, the audience reaction, like, ooh.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these scenes you guys can check out on YouTube.
Hell yeah, man! Anybody hasn't seen Problem Child in a long time, that baseball game part to me is the all-time funniest scene, especially when he does a slide at one point and he's holding the bat up and the bat just cracks the one kid right in the nuts. And the kid's bent over in pain, and you see all the rest of the kids all laid out. Everybody else is like scared of him, and he's like standing there yelling like, "I just scored a touchdown! I just scored a touchdown!" And like, wait a minute, say football.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up right now to see if those films are on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Because I might have to go after. I hope they got a double pack of 1 and 2. I know they made a third one, but I never watched it because it doesn't have the original.
Yeah, I never watched either because I know it. You know, like films, like it doesn't have the original actors or somewhat the original actors. Like I can deal with somebody, like somebody not being an original actor, but you got to have like somewhat. For me to watch it, that's why I quit watching the Home Alone movies after the second one.
Right. They should have never made any more after the second one.
Yeah.
They should have left it alone. But they do have both Problem Child 1 and 2 is on Blu-ray, which I might have to pick those up in the future.
Oh yeah.
For sure, because they're good old school films. John Ritter is a great comedian actor and just normal actor at that. He had that TV series back in the 70s. What was it called? Three's Company.
Yeah. Come and knock it out, come and knock it out.
Yeah, which is pretty good. I used to watch that series from time to time, so I enjoyed it. So okay, we're going to be moving on from the Problem Child film.
Oh, we didn't really talk much about Problem Child 2. I know we talked a lot about the first one.
He just said Problem Child. He didn't say the second one, but we can get into the second one if you want.
Yeah, I mean, might as well.
We did a little bit.
The second one does follow up for the first one.
Yeah, and that girl was from the second one. Didn't he have problems with her?
I know they moved to like a new town,
right?
And they were readjusting, and he was remember he had feelings for one girl, but then the one rich girl wanted to be with him, and remember I remember the one scene where the kid had the one chick committed to the hospital, and then went and switched the dang, why can't I remember that? The damn reports,
right.
And instead of her claiming that she was in there for rabies, they changed it to where she was going to have the nose job, have the big ass, nose. And she was like, "Oh, so if my dad sees you like that, he's not going to want to be a part of you."
Right. I haven't seen the second one in forever. I can't even remember what the fuck happened in it.
I remember they were going to get married. The rich girl was going to marry him, and when she was walking down the ramp, the kid caused her to fall over and was like, "Hey, look, Dad, look at her face." And then when you see her face is normal. She's like, "Yeah, I spent thousands of dollars to get that damn thing removed. I'm going through with this marriage."
Oh shit! I remember.
Yeah.
I remember one scene though from Problem Child 2 where they were at the fair, and he wasn't tall enough to get on the ride, but the little girl that he had problems with in the movie was tall enough because
she did, because she put something on her feet
right.
that added a couple inches.
Right. Which I thought was pretty funny, but she ended up fucking vomiting on everybody.
Yeah, because he didn't he do something he made it go really fast or something.
Yeah, he did something to where he made the ride go really fast and made
because it wasn't just her that he was getting revenge. I remember there was I think a couple bullies that were on it as well that he didn't like, and somebody else, and he got everybody to vomit.
Yeah, that scene I do remember, but the rest of it I vaguely remember.
Yeah, I remember the one where they set off, him and the girl set off a cherry bomb or something in the in the bathroom pipes, and the one teacher goes to take a crap, and he winds up you see the damn thing exploding and him going up in the air. And later on, you see him when he's showing his dad, like everybody at his school is like, hey, look, there's my teacher over there, and you see him, and he's wearing like a big ass diaper.
Yeah. Some good films, man. I definitely want to pick those. Maybe they got like a double pack on DVD.
They should have a damn double pack of.
So I'd like to actually pick those up.
Yeah.
Those are really good films from back in the day. So let's see. Now we're gonna move on if you want. We got 2 more left here. We got Blank Check and Half Baked.
Yeah. Blank Check. I ain't seen that in a long ass time.
Yeah, me neither. I haven't seen Half Baked or Blank Check in forever. Look it up. Which one do you want to get into?
Well, since I haven't seen Half Baked in such a long time, I vaguely remember some of that movie. I guess we'll save that one for last.
Okay, so we're gonna get into Blank Check.
Blank Check, yeah.
Okay, so let's see here, from 1994.
Yeah.
Which has
did it have that Miguel Ferrara guy in it?
I'm not sure. I don't even know if I've ever even seen this fucking movie. I might have seen it once.
I've seen it, like, it's been years though. I remember the kid got like a blank check from a guy, and he's like, oh, blank check, and it's like he winds up cashing it for like $1 million, and like the kid buys like this big ass ridiculous house and is buying like all this like just crazy shit to entertain people, and then at the end he reveals that he done spent all the money. He doesn't have any money left.
Right.
And the main bad guy, who's been chasing him throughout the whole movie, and he thinks he's like, yeah, I'm Mr. So-and-so. Oh, okay, well, you're under arrest because you have a bunch of unpaid shit.
Right, yeah.
You gotta explain where all this shit came from.
Yeah.
So he basically wound up fucking himself at the end.
Yeah, it's been, I think I've only seen it maybe once back in the 90s, and I don't even remember it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
You know what? It's not hard to forget about movies when you've watched so many movies like me and you have over the many years.
Right.
It's like you can't remember every single movie.
Definitely not.
You know, I mean, it's like Blank Check. I remember it, but like I said, it's been so long, and I mean, I do recall a lot of it, but I mean, to try to remember the whole freaking movie, like, yeah, it's pretty hard to do. Like, I remember what the storyline was about. I remember the kid getting the blank check, and he wound up getting it cashed for like $1 million, and
right, he had a nice stuff in the house.
Yeah, like living the spoiled life.
Yeah, that must be nice. But yeah, like I said, I can't really comment on it because I don't remember it.
Yeah.
I guess I need to go back and start watching these older comedies again.
Well, you know what? Hey, actually, what we should have done, we should have been smart. And before we did this podcast, the movies that we don't remember, we should have went back and did some damn research on them.
Well, that's why I'm pulling up the Wikipedias on them.
Yeah, but you're pulling up the Wikipedia. Why we're doing this? So you should have did your damn research before we started doing it.
I mean, it's all good either way. That way I can go over it as we're talking about it. But yeah, we'll move on from that because I don't know what else to say about that film. Let's see here. Last one here. Half Baked. Hell yeah, dude.
baked.
You know,
Stoner movie.
Yeah, stoner movie with Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Jim Brewer. Well, it made some good money at the box office. It was released January of 1998. The budget was $8 million, and it made $17 million. Not too bad.
Hell no.
And
not bad for like I said, a Billy Stoner movie.
Yeah, I mean, we got some good cast members in here. I mean, Tracy Morgan's in it. Snoop Dogg's in it.
Yeah.
Let's see, Jon Stewart's in it. Stephen Baldwin, Willie Nelson, Bob Saget.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tommy Chong's in this too.
Yeah.
Nice.
I remember one part specific from Half Baked that made me laugh my ass off when I saw it years ago.
Right.
And it was a scene where the guy was coming back from the store and he had all this junk food and stuff in his, and he sees the horse tied up at the pole, and he goes over there and starts talking to the horse. And before you know it, he starts sharing, like the food with them. And then at one point, like the horse makes like a fart and just falls over, and like this cop comes running out like, "What did you feed him?" He's like, "Oh, I fed him some popcorn, some gummy bears, and this and that." And he's like, "You idiot! He's a diabetic!"
Oh shit!
I was like, "Wait a minute, is that truly possible?
I don't know.
Can a fucking horse get diabetes?"
I don't fucking know. I don't know shit about horses. I would assume so.
Yeah, I mean, that just was just so fucking funny though. Like the horse is he's like, "No, he's a diabetic."
That is fucking funny, man.
Yeah.
You know, the shit they do. When's the last time we've seen a good stoner movie? You know?
Probably the last good stoner movie that I remember watching. Oh shit.
Well, the one from the early 90s was really good with Matthew McConaughey and...
Oh, yeah, Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused, which is another comedy film. We should probably get into it at another time.
Well, hey, you know what? We're done with all... I mean, it wasn't that the last movie that they...
Yeah.
I'm sorry that we didn't get much into Half Baked, but I don't think I've ever seen the entire Half Baked movie. I might have seen bits and pieces of it.
I've seen it once or twice, but it was like back in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know, so it's been like 20 years since I've seen it.
Like I said, I know the one scene to me that stood out as that was being funny that I do really remember was the damn horse scene.
Yeah, and he ends up touching the horse, the fucking horse ends up just falling right over, I think.
Yeah, because he fed it all that damn junk food.
That's fucking funny as shit, man.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, you look hungry. You want some popcorn? Want a gummy bear?"
It fucked up a horse.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I remember, like, after a while, the horse just farts and then just falls over. Like, it goes, and then... I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, shit. I need to... That's another one, like, I need to pick up again. I need to, the thing with me is, I haven't really watched a whole lot of movies lately. I get caught up in fucking YouTube most of the time.
Same here.
You know, and then a lot of times I will watch like movie clips here and there, but I haven't actually watched like a full movie. It's been a while. The last film that I watched was the movie called The Meg with Jason Statham.
Yeah,
and that was
which I've never watched that because I'm not in the shark movies.
Well, this one was pretty good. I liked it. It was more. It wasn't like. It was like. I want to say, pretty like a serious type shark movie. I liked it. It wasn't your typical Jason Statham film where he's going around beating the fuck out of everybody. You
yeah,
know?
like the Cranks and the Expendables
Right.
and shit like that.
Right. He's actually just a normal human being, you know, trying to save lives and, you know, get rid of this big ass motherfucking shark, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
I think
film.
the last whole the whole movie that I actually went and watched, and there was a movie called Camp Coldbrook.
Right.
And I only watched that because it's a Daniel Harris movie.
Right. Well, before we get into anything else, just wanted to say a big thank you to Charles Reed. His YouTube channel is Video Game XD. Thanks for giving us some suggestions for all these comedy films. Unfortunately, we haven't watched, I want to say, most of these in a very long time, so my memory on them is pretty shitty. But I do plan on picking some of those films back up on DVD.
Same here. The movies. All right, let's answer one question here. Out of that whole list of movies, like, which ones would you really want to like pick up?
Seriously, the ones that I'd like to get is I'd like to get the Problem Child films. I'd like to get Weird Science, Three Ninjas, and probably Half Baked.
Okay.
The rest, like the Weekend at Bernie's films, probably not. And
those would actually be the first two on my list.
Oh, really? And Blank Check.
I loved the fucking Weekend at Bernie's movies. I thought they were hilarious.
Well,
I mean, anything with Terry Kaiser, the guy who plays Bernie. I don't know how he pulled that off, making it just seem like he's dead throughout the whole. Like, how would you love to be cast like that? Like, hey, we're gonna pay you all this fucking money. All you gotta do throughout the whole, is you just gotta act like you're fucking dead.
Right, bob your head around and
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about like back in the first one. He didn't even he didn't do the whole bobbing around with the music shit to the second one. First one, it was always him. Like, they just so happened would position him on the couch. And remember in the first, I don't think you remember this, but they had him like posed on a couch, and a bunch of people fucking walked in, and he's like, and they're all like saying, "Hey, buddy, how you doing? Hey, buddy, oh yeah, hey, looking good, look good, you know."
Right.
And one guy says something like, "Doesn't anybody realize he's dead?" And a guy overhears him say that. It looks like goes, "Hey man, we're all dead around here."
That's great. Yeah. So the first two that you would pick up would be Weekend at Bernie's 1 and 2.
Weekend at Bernie's 1 and 2.
And then what?
And then I would have to say, I'd have to get Problem Child 1 and 2.
Right.
And then Three Ninjas. And, I mean, I know I'd have to, fully watch Half Baked again, because like I said, I don't remember. That's one movie I just don't remember much about.
Yeah, well, there's a bunch of scenes on YouTube you can check out.
And like I said, Blank Check. I mean, was it funny? Yeah. Was it a movie? Would I pick it up? Probably not.
Yeah, same with me. But most of those I would. I mean, I'm sure I will sooner or later, eventually. Hell yeah. But yes.
Man.
With that being said, did you want to wrap it up, or did you want to talk about that comedy?
Let's talk about Dazed and Confused, bro.
Confused.
Come on.
Oh man, that is such a good film. There's so many good scenes in that movie.
Yeah. That is, honestly, whenever I tell people about Dazed and Confused, I tell them, what they should have called that movie? They should have just called it Beer and Pot. Because when you go back and you watch that whole movie, that's all you see them do throughout the whole fucking movie. They're either smoking joints or drinking beers.
Yeah, this is really good casting. So, okay, we'll get into Dazed and Confused, and then we'll wrap this one up. So, Dazed and Confused was released in September of 1993 on a budget of $6.9 million, but it only made $8 million at the box office. Oh, that's too bad. You think it would have made more than that? It's got a lot of good music in there. There's a lot of good.
Dude, it has so many funny scenes. Like, the funniest shit I thought I saw in that movie was the guys that drove around in a car and they opened the trunk and they just got it's like the trunk is one big giant cooler,
right?
And it's just full of beer. And I love how the guy, like, they're getting beers and they wound up like catching that one kid like beating his ass, and when they walks off, the guy throws him a beer. He's like, "Hey man, here, get out of here." The guy tells him like, "Why are you wasting the beer on him for?" And then Ben Affleck shows up and he starts acting like a dick, saying like, "Man, this fucking sucks. No fucking party, no fucking." And he's like, he gets mad because he can't open this beer, and he throws it, and you hear it smash, and the guy looks over and goes, "Just waste another fucking beer." He's like, "Man, shut up."
Yeah, I mean, Ben Affleck has a great parts in that film.
Oh, he was the ultimate dick in that movie.
Some of his scenes were fantastic.
Yeah, like the part when he's trying to catch the one kid and he catches him at the door of his house. He's like, "All right, reach in there. Here we go." And then the mom comes out with a big ass shotgun.
Yeah, and tells him get the hell out of here.
He's like, "Yes, ma'am. I was just escorting these two young fellas home. It's a rough neighborhood. You don't."
Right, and she's like,
"Get the hell out of here," or whatever.
And then the kid.
And I love it how he goes to walk away, and the kids are looking out, smiling. And he turns around really quick. He's like, "Oh, I fucking saw that. That's it, you little piece of shit. You're fucking dead. You hear me? You're fucking dead."
Yeah. That was a good scene. Another good scene with him is where he did actually catch up with them, but it was a trap.
Yeah, they trapped him to think that they was gonna finally get to paddle the one kid, and they set him up totally perfect for the other kids to stand above him and dump a bunch of paint on him.
Yeah, he's like, he was fucking pissed, dude. Yeah, he was fucking pissed. He's like, "That was pathetic. Why'd you let him go? What the fuck?"
Yeah, no, he started yelling. He's like, "Jesus, you look all fucking away. What's the matter with you? It's fucking pitiful." And he's about to backhand the dude. Like, got him in his face, so like threw his arm back like he was gonna backhand him.
Yeah. And this other guy was staring at him. He's like, "What the fuck are you looking at? I'll kick your ass right now."
What the fuck you looking at, huh? Kick your fucking ass right now. He's like, and then he goes up to the one kid. He's like, "What are you smiling at, freshman faggot, huh?"
Right.
He's like, "Fuck you. Fuck all of you. Fuck you." He fucking takes his paddle and smashes it on the ground and it busts to pieces. He's like, "Damn it!"
Yeah, then he takes off with that sweet ass car of his. I'm just like, damn, dude.
He jumps in the fucking car, starts it, revs it, and just guns it going forward.
Yeah, I love that scene. It's like, "Fuck you. Fuck all of you. Fuck you."
Yeah, because he's so mad. He's just like, because you know what? He's always, you gotta figure, he thought he was, the badass, nobody could, and then he wound up getting humiliated, and he's like, "Fuck you. Fuck all of you. Fuck you."
Yeah. I mean, his scenes were pretty good. I mean, even the scenes with him cut out of the film, I always said that I wish they would have put that one scene that was cut out with him back into it where he shows up at the party later. He shows back up and
yeah, because I mean, you think in the movie itself,
that was the end of it.
The last time you see him is when he gets, embarrassed and drives off.
Right.
And you don't see him the rest of the movie. Well,
Right.
for all you out there that don't know, in a deleted scene,
He shows up at the
supposed to
party.
have a scene where he showed up at the party.
Right, and he cooled off by then, you know, and
Yeah,
he's
they're,
like,
they're
"Fuck
all
it."
like, "Oh, fuck it, man! We'll get those kids. We got the whole summer. Come on, man. Let's kick back and have a beer. Hell
Right.
yeah!"
Yeah. See, now that scene should have stayed in the film, I think.
Yeah, but I think, you know what, though? I think what they thought with the guy being a dick like he was throughout the whole movie, and then they're like, why don't we just end his role with him, you know, him finally getting his just deserves, write him off of there so we can focus more on, you know, it's like, oh, if we bring him back, and he's like, oh, I'm cool, man, yeah, let's have a beer, like, man, fuck you.
Right. But then I'm also looking at the cast here. I mean, we got Matthew McConaughey, we got Cole Hauser, we got.
How about Matthew McConaughey's favorite line in Dazed and Confused? That's what I like about them high school girls, man. I get older, they stay the same age. Yes, they do.
Yeah, we got Cole Hauser's in this. We got Melina Jovovich is in it. Parker Posey's in it. Renee Zellweger. I don't remember her being in that. Was her scenes cut out of the film, or do you remember Renee Zellweger being in this?
No.
That's weird. She says she plays.
I remember the one girl from like Big Daddy was in it. Joey Lauren Adams or whatever the fuck her name was. Remember her, and I remember Parker Posey, and I remember Mila Jovovich in there, and
it says Renee Zellweger plays somebody
I don't
named.
remember seeing Renee Zellweger in there.
Me neither, but it says she plays somebody named Nessie White. I'm gonna have to watch that film again because I have it on DVD. And
hey, so do I. Hey, you know what? If you're a true comedy movie person and you don't have Dazed and Confused in your collection, something wrong with you.
Yeah, it is a pretty good film.
Hell yeah, it was, dude. To me, it's one of the funniest movies of all time.
It is a classic, you know.
I want that car Matthew McConaughey was driving. That's been always been my fucking dream car, dude. 1970 Chevy Chevelle SS 454.
It's funny here. It says I'm reading some stuff on it. It says Quentin Tarantino included it on his list of the 10 greatest films of all time.
Sweet.
You know, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I would say it if it's the top 10, but it is a fantastic film.
It was. It's like one of those movies, dude. Like, you know, I mean, there's so many parts in there that I can remember.
Right.
There's so many great parts in there, like when they're beating that one kid's ass, and I was like, man, the one that later winds up becoming best pals with the one guy, and they take him after his baseball game and beat the fuck out of him.
Right. That's cool though.
I tell you what, man, that would, if they did that today, man, that would suck. Like, if they were coming out of.
Right. Let's see here. Also, there's a lot of good music.
All the seniors get, have to catch you and get to paddle the shit out of you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I lost you for a second. Your phone went out or mine went out for a second, but we're good.
Oh, okay.
It's all good. But yeah, fantastic movie. Good casting. I love all the, a lot of the good music is in there,
Yeah. I like the one part. It was just a small little part, but I thought it was just funny as hell when they're all making the drive out to the moon tower.
Right.
And Cole Hauser's in his truck, He's driving, and Matthew McConaughey rolls up on him in his Chevelle, and while they're playing that song, fuck, what was the name of that? Like, you keep on dancing, then the room gets hot. You'll drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. And I like how he pulls up on him, and the guy's like, "Hey, babe, better have your wood screws. That will blow your doors completely off." And you see the two cars go flying down the road, and they cut to the next scene, which everybody's arriving at the moon tower.
Yeah.
I was like, that was cool.
I love the fact that they just go from one good scene to another, you know.
Yeah.
With all the good cast members, you know. And it's a fantastic movie, man. It's one you gotta at least watch once a year, you know.
Hell yeah.
It's good stuff. But unless if you got any more to say, I want to wrap this one up.
Yeah, it's getting late. I gotta get up for work in the morning, and so I'd say we might as well just call it.
Yeah. Keep the podcast short and sweet, at roughly about an hour, a little over an hour. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. This was pretty cool.
Hey, one last thing, Video Game XD. This video was for you, buddy.
Absolutely, yes. Going over to the comedy films is really cool, and so we'll see what happens next time.
You know what? Let's keep this thing going by saying any other comedies. Comments below, people. Comments below.
Yeah, leave them in the comments, and we'll eventually get to them. It may not be right away, but eventually, we'll get back around to them, and that goes with also video games and wrestling and stuff like that. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and we are out of here.
Y'all have a kick-ass night or day or whenever you listen to this.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Peace.
Later.